Hello, hello. All right, we're going to be a little bit in the dark today, but that's all right. All right, well, we will get started here. Hello, welcome in. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's go dark mode. And you can't see me well today. All right, excuse me. Let's pick a pretty wallpaper. There we go. All right, so Sesh V2. Today is the day. We are going to ship this. So with my make file, I'm going to feature update make build to use git commit. Hey, what's going on? Welcome in. Glad to see you. Glad you're here. We will get started here soon. Let's see, git pull origin v2. Why do I have that? Yes. All right. So what's going on, Andres? So we're gonna be planning to ship Sesh V2. So I'm going to do some final tests today. We're going to see how that goes, and maybe I'll just merge it and let people start playing with it. I'm expecting in the next few days that I would be doing a little bit of extra work, catching up on all the little bugs and things that people come up with. I do realize that I'm not very legible here. Long story short is my internet had to be restarted and I needed a new modem. So my network had to change. Long story, but they have been very inconsistent. My internet provider was like, you can put spaces in your Wi-Fi password name. I was like, great, or my Wi-Fi name. I was like, great, cool. This is my Wi-Fi name. And then they're like, oh, hey, you're not allowed to put spaces in your Wi-Fi name. I was like, but I already did like 6 months ago. So that was kind of a fun and annoying thing. But I'm back, and we have we got good network speeds, right? They're okay. Maybe that's good for someone, but it's kind of average. Let's do a little live stream. Let's do a little sesh. What's going on, Fernando? Welcome in. So I think I'm just going to kind of start testing all this. So let's go to the CLI, the clone command. I might just echo. Can I just return nil echo print clone command coming soon to Sesh V2. So it's going to come. I could work on it some today. I made decent progress, but it's one of those things that like I want to make sure it's done well. So we'll get to it. Let's see. Let's square this up. What do you guys think? Boom. So basically what I'll do is feach whip clone command. So my git commit history probably will be improved over time. However, I do want to Sesh V2. We're going to take Sesh V1 and we're going to make a V1 branch and push that. Because what we'll end up doing is we'll make a proposal and a pull request, and we'll do the whole thing there. It's basically a rewrite, so the diff is going to be kind of stupid crazy, but I did start off of main, so we're just going to go with it. Do you guys have any questions? We've been talking about aerospace a lot this week. How's that going for anyone who's using it? Just curious. You got any NeoVim tmux kind of things you want to talk about? I'm happy to. tmux, of course. So feel free to ask questions while we're hanging out, and I always like talking about stuff. But V1 check. I do need to make sure that I get my breaking changes clearly documented, and I need to test a couple of things. I do know that one thing I need to test is the build. So this is on the beta. So that's kind of cool. You're loving aerospace? Awesome. Oh, you're still working with the sketchy bar integration? Yeah. So you can see my setup is really clean. I don't really show the menu bar or anything else up there. I am finding that if I could see the window I'm on, it probably would make it a little bit easier. So window management isn't so much something cognitive. I don't have to think about it. It just kind of works. But I think we'll be all right. What's kind of funny to me is when I change windows to a different virtual space, there's no feedback. The window doesn't shift or change. There's no pop-up. It just moves to a different virtual window. So that's kind of a funny thing that I've been having to acknowledge. I'm like, oh, yeah. So, and then I did end up making another layer, which we talked about before. I made another service layer that lets me like move windows around and resize them and things like that without having to bind it to like a root key binding. But now that I have Sesh Dev, I basically want to Sesh Dev that and Sesh Dev that. And I'm getting an exit code. So I know this is something I need to fix. Failed to attach with an exit code. So it fails to attach because I'm trying to attach session. So is that right? tmux attach session. If it's not attached, I want to attach. And if there's an error, we call that. Otherwise, we attach. So there is something going wrong here. I think that that's enough. I think I'll make a quick shortcut for this as well. Sesh main. That's right, Sesh main. Although it's happening twice, why is that? I'm going to guess that, well, hold on, let's do this first. So abbreviation, abbrs, we'll do a quick SD, which is like dev. All right, so now I only have to do that once. That's good. Next, we need to verify the attach logic. So that is the let's go back to V2. tmux attach session -t. Okay, so let's tmux attach session -t. It's probably one of those things that this guy might need to be wrapped in quotes. But that one works. V2 works. Which, how does that work? All right, and then, oh, I've got two SDs. Okay, hold on. Where is my SD? Weird. So we know that it works when tmux is already attached, which would be a switch client switching. And so I now know that when I attach, it fails. But the command is valid. So what's the cause? I think once I figure this out, I'm probably going to just ship Sesh attached to the active session. It can't be the active session because we're here, right? There's no active session because tmux isn't currently running. It is running twice, which is weird. So I guess I'll just have to figure this out. This is exactly what I want to do, though. So that's the part that's throwing me off. It just said exit 1. Why would a tmux attach command exit with 1? Session not found. Session already attached. If the session is already attached by another client, the command will fail and exit with a status of 1. That could be it. So my is attached is just this tmux variable, right? So this exits, right? And then when we're out side of tmux, it is an empty variable. So I think I need to like close my terminal and reopen it. Ooh, that one's pretty. This is from Horizon Forbidden West. Let's do like update. Yeah, so none of them work. None of them work. So like .files/tmux, it won't work either. So we found a folder. We have a session name. Maybe it's a race condition. So the way that my code works right now is the switch or attach is on the connect, and we switch or attached based off of if a new session was made. So in this case, it will be a new session. Could there be a race condition here? So it's like when I create a new session and am not connected to tmux, I attempt to let's see if Copilot is useful here. Yeah, so you could say only return new session once the new session has been fully created. It's one of those things that like, oh, this thing is just running this command. And we know it's doing it correctly. Could it be a new line thing? So we know that this session gets created correctly, and then we know that it executes the startup, and then we know that it switches or attaches. Right. So we switch or attach based off of the name. And so what I do know is that this switch or attach, I think it's here, switch or attach. When we're not attached, we run this code. Let's just add. Let's just add. This is dumb and a bad idea, but if it works, it verifies the bug. Well, actually, it can't be that because, oh, that actually worked. Oh no, that's I need sesh dev. So now if I want to do fish config, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So it's not that. Any ideas, Andres? You can always print the error. How do I print the error? So this is error. It said exit. Yeah, I would love more information than exit one, right? Do you know how we go about formatting the error in a way that it shows differently? Do I like format print? Error? Something like that? Oh, I have to build. I'm dumb. Exit. Exit status failed to attach. Like, I'm not seeing. It says exit status 1. That's the error. Could it be a client problem? Like the client doesn't know? Does it return a custom error? That's the question, isn't it? So the custom error would be, what would I need to do here? The combined output, yeah. So like this is just a command. So for now, on my shell command code, we're doing this combined output. And then I'm forwarding error. So do I need to format error F and then pass in error? That's the question now. It's like, what do we need to do in order to get this to look more useful? I mean, I could just try that. Let me make sure my make build is. X is status 1. I'm not getting anything more. Although now I'm not getting. Oh, that's not going to work. V2. Now I'm getting a totally different issue. That's funny. I think that might have hurt me. This thing might have been a bad idea. So what do we think it is? It is do I need to do a better job at returning this? Is this irresponsible? If error is not nil, then return this. Otherwise, we return nil. I don't think that matters. We're back to our version. You know, it's interesting though, my default sesh, which sesh? I need to remove this. I'm gonna get myself in a pickle if I, let's see, brew install. We can install sesh. Right, so we know that works. And then we know this still fails. Although I'm having a little bit of a sanity check here. I need to make sure that if I remove that, that my code is actually changing. Yeah, see, it's not changing. So what's running? If it, oh, it might be bound to bin homebrew cd. What is it? We just had it, didn't we? No, it's not going to be here. I'm probably dealing with binary problems. So users Josh bin. What is it? It's like library bin bash. I'm always dumb. Should be user local bin. I think there might be a sesh dev here. No, there's no sesh dev. That's good. So then there's a sanity check here. I'm dumb. Something's wrong. So sesh dev shouldn't be returning this. Actually, it must be returning somewhere else. We were getting it twice, and now we're getting it once. So the best way to figure that out is you ready? Okay, we know the timeout doesn't do anything. I need to figure out what my build step does. No, it wasn't that one. Huh. Okay. Just haven't figured it out yet. So there's other commands. So there's like tmux a. I could literally just make it tmux a and see what happens, right? So if I can't attach it all, then that's a bigger problem. So tmux. Is it gonna fail to build? All right, so now it can't attach it all. Yeah, it can't attach it all. So it doesn't matter. I don't need a target session for this to work. Because watch. Boom, it works. However, it's not specifying which session to attach to. There are multiple sessions, may not know which one to choose. No, that's not it. It's a path thing, maybe. Maybe. So it's one of those things that like, maybe we can get rid of that. Why would this not work? Attach session, it just doesn't work. Anyone have an idea? I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. It works when we're inside tmux. It doesn't work when we're outside tmux. Can I even do which tmux? Like, could it be that? Homebrew bin tmux. So it's very weird. That works. tmux list. What is it? List clients. Commands, target client, list clients. That's what I want. Right? tmux list clients. So now if we make build and do that, tmux list clients comes back. All right, so when I'm, what am I saying? Because this is sort of a non-starter. I can't ship this until this is fixed. There's our session. So now I'm confused. Oh, could it be my flag is bad? I feel like that shouldn't matter though. -t target session name. What if we were to add an A flag? What would happen? Like what would go down if I said capital A? I've used this flag before. It's pretty useful. Oh, this is on new session. It's one of those things that I could consolidate the logic and do it differently. It's possible. So let's just see what happens. Failed to attach. So it can't even create a new session? Is that the case? If we got rid of this and we were to just say hello world, right? Then I would have assumed that it could have made the session. and hello world doesn't exist. So something's screwed up. What do we think it is? So command. Create term. tmux commands often need to be run in a proper terminal context when executing from a Go program. OS environ. What does this bad boy do? And where would we call that? In real shell? What is .env even doing here? Env is undefined. Where would it come from? Environment returns a copy of strings representing the environment. Ensure the environment is inherited. Oh, what? This is from what? Real shell? This is OS exec. And what I've been using is exec wrap. Exec wrap is using OS exec. So we could try to do that here. I don't need to execute the command. That is right. OS exec, and then we run the command. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. My only thought is Sesh CLI. OS exec wrap comes from here. Does this need to do some sort of OS environmental detection? Like this thing? You guys can't see it all. I realize that. But here, I can put it up here. Ensure the environment is inherited. Seems important. Why would .env not be valid though? So that's something that oh, the exec command is not defined in the package, perhaps command is exec command. I don't know, is that what it is? Yeah. So it's a typing thing. We can set env. Is that all we got to do? It's like a set env. Maybe that's all we need to do. But then this guy's going to go, hey, you can't do that. I think I'm going to simplify this. That's probably smart anyway. So I'm getting rid of my wrapper command and my wrapper type, and I'm going to be more explicit. Like that. Probably for the best anyway. That means I can then set it. Does it build? Mock exec. Oh, it's mockery all. Encountered an error when mocking exec. So maybe you know how this works, Andres, but I need this thing. Want this to work with mockery. I need to deal with the exec. Fuck, I have to define it still because of the mockery environment. That's so annoying. Why? Why do I have to do that? That is so lame. Okay, so they're like, hey, you still got to do this. Okay, so maybe my only problem was that it needs to return that. What do we think? That could be the path in the right direction. So now we're pointing to a strut. Hold on, I think I did strut wrong. Is env in here? Or set env in here? Env is like this. So I probably need this side by side. Can I just... This didn't work, right? Because I have to type it. So now, is there a run? Run isn't going to be in here. Output isn't going to be in here. The things I'm looking for aren't here. Like this. I think my internet might have dropped or something. You guys are still here. Hey, what's up, Tickman? Glad to have you here. Welcome in. We're just coding, fixing a bug. So that seems okay, but then this is not allowed. Cannot use that value of type. I don't know if this is right. This is like weird pass around mockery stuff. It's not even useful. Like if I just dropped all this, it would just probably work. But we have to fake it. Yeah, man, Sesh V2 is almost here. I'm hoping to try to ship it by the end of the day or maybe tomorrow, but we need this last piece to work. Yeah, we're having issues. So if we're detached and we try to connect to something, it can't. Sesh is like, I don't know what to do. I can't do it. We found that it can't listen to the client. So the clients don't get listed when you run it outside of when you're attached to tmux. So if you're connected to tmux, this thing works. It works. When we're not in tmux, it doesn't work. And so what we think is, let's close all this. What we think is that the OS has to be assigned this environ. Ensure the environment is inherited. So I think that that's what needs to be changed. Let's get rid of all this. Close that, close that. So I guess I have to take a step back. We're just going to reset that. And make sure it's one of those, oh, I see. Oh, I see. They're actually saying that we have look path, we have command, I don't want to implement combined output, but do I have to? This command wrapper thing? Then create a wrapper for exec.command that implements the interface. There's so much work. Mocking is so much work. So they're saying, implement the interface now. So some sort of command wrapper. And then you take all of these things and you do this. And then command os exec look path why is it loading weird? Here, I might be too big. All right, so now it says you would take the command and using the command wrapper, you would assign it and then call the wrapper. I guess, fine. And then the actual command itself, do we just want to always do this? No, we can't. We do still have to do it here. So this is the shell. I do like that I've separated these. So now we'll set M as our OS. We can mock? No. There was something else I had changed, right? Okay, so that's step one. And now it builds. And now we still get this error. Dang, I wanted confetti. And that fails as well. That sucks. All right. So we set the environmental. Ensure the environment is inherited. Hold on. Where is OS coming from? From shell OS. Is that the only use case of it? Kyle, you set it up, man. So you've been playing around with Sesh V2. What do you think? We found a bug, so the bug needs to be fixed. But we're working on it. So let me know if you have any feedback or anything you want me to know, or any bugs that you've already found you want to report to me. You can definitely do that now. Although I'm trying my best to figure out what this bug is. It didn't work at all? Yeah, so what we found was if you attempt to run Sesh from outside of tmux, Sesh 2 doesn't work, which is what I'm fixing. But once you're running tmux, it does work. Right, so if you try to run Sesh and tmux isn't running yet, and you're not attached to tmux, it doesn't seem to be doing what it's supposed to. So that would definitely be a roadblock for most people, right? Because that's how I start my workflow, is I call a sesh command, pick my session, and then get started. So here, this is sesh dev. We can go to update, and update goes. So I still don't know what it is. My only thought is that the OS needs to be passed from the highest level. So if we go to the sesh CLI, we need this OS. So it'd be like OS. We have our OS wrapper. Should we put it on the OS wrapper? We're still calling it. I feel like if it was going to work, it was going to work here. I don't know why this would be bad or not play nice. Okay, so that's a dead end. This ensures that your command inherits the environmental variables from the parent process. That makes sense and is something I feel like we should do. So like I want this to act like a interactive script. Oh man, they're going to be like, hey, go do something else. It's not technically interactive in that we need to run multiple steps. Can I do like run main? Cool. So then Sesh V2 go run main.go connect. We still get the exit code. Don't know why. So here's the thing. If you list -t, you're going to get tmux sessions back. So why would an attach be the point of failure? Technically, we're not attaching when we're inside tmux. Technically, we're switching, and so switching always works. Switching always works because it's always an indirect command. When you attach, it's technically a direct command. So there's something I've done in my mocking and my abstractions that separate the command from the actual terminal instance itself that's running. So on their command wrapper, they're running this, ensure the environment is inherited, start the command with a sudo terminal. So they do want you to do this. I'm going to take a look at this. It sucks because the first version of Sesh works, right? It's like the first version of Sesh is like, yeah, you can do this, that's fine, but this one doesn't. Unix sudo terminals. All right, I'm going to cheat. You ready? You ready, chat? We're going to cheat. We're going to go to Sesh CLI we're going to go to connect and don't tell anybody. We're going to just verify if it is my levels of abstraction that have caused this to all fall apart on us. So we're basically like not going to do any of this. So for now, we're going to comment this out. And we're going to return no. So now I'm going to do the most basic V1 version, sesh main, connect. When we connect, we attach with this tmux command. Because so look at this one, exec look path tmux. Could that be it? Could we be like needing to grab the proper one? I don't need to do all of this. We'll see. Maybe. So Sesh V2. All right, fingers crossed this doesn't crash. Okay, it didn't crash. That's good. That's it, chat. That is it. So it could just be, it could be a couple of things. One, it could be that I need to look up the path of tmux. Maybe we're calling a totally different tmux or something. You'll actually see here that I do a command start and a command wait. And so my method is different in my new package. So in my new package, command, what is it? We're doing the shell exec. I am doing exec command and then combined output is something I'm waiting for. That is a different method than wait. I don't know if I'd want to do it totally differently, but perhaps I have to do it differently. The only other thing I could think of is if we start small, we could say that c.exec look path command. We could try doing that. Found command, something like that. I can start here. We know this works. And then we know that this ends up not being called, so we can delete that. All right. So now we're doing the look path to specifically get the right variable. But that's not it. Okay. I think I'm getting close. So this works because what's up, Agus? Agus is here. We are doing some sesh work. We are dealing with terminal commands that are being ran and not being interactive. What I mean by that is if I want my Go binary to run a tmux attach command, it can't. It's crapping out and going, oh yeah, no, I can't create an attachment to your tmux server because I'm not interactive. That's what we've come to determine, which means it may just be a high level thing. It may just be that this gets done like this. So it could be, what is going on? All right, so we need this to be put here. And so instead of the look path, I don't think that that's necessary. I don't think it's necessary. So we're going to do c.exec look path command, found command. So they assign this to that command. So I can't name it that. I need to name it what we named it. Right? Now we're not doing tmux, we're doing found command, and then args is arg. That's probably misleading. It probably is args. Now remember, we have version control for all this, so I'm less worried about it. Being something I have to work so far backwards from. So we trim it that way as well. So this is trimmed output. The output now comes from where? Standard out string. And then so this is a different style of using the exec command. This whole start, wait, when we're done waiting, the wait will pass. And when the wait passes, we then have a result. So Andres, this might actually be what ends up being the reason for exit 1. So for those that are new here today, we were getting an exit 1 code a lot earlier in the stream. And if you don't know, exit 1 doesn't mean anything. It just means it's an exit code. There's no context. There's no information. So let's see. This builds. Fingers crossed. Hey, that was it. That was it. Let's fucking go. Okay, I'm glad. So the hello world was me. That was all me. That was, let's go back to that. Yeah, you got it, Andres. We'll have to play around with some of our other commands, make sure everything else works correctly. So I guess this combined output thing isn't sufficient. It's not enough. So what we'll do is, oh my gosh, all my mocks. We will delete that. We will delete that. And I guess I will update all of this. This actually will make the product better overall, so I'm glad I'm doing this before launch. Feature update mocks. So this guy, is this still needed? We're not setting the env. We're not setting the env. So can I just delete this? Oops, wrong 2 buttons. I think I can do that. So this one, we're just writing this different. Agus, good question. We've closed them all. So if I saw your PR, it was because I closed it. Yes, sir. I brought that over to Sesh V2. So this code is already there. So anyone who's curious, he added a way so that we could get the latest tag and assign it to builds. So check it out, sesh dev dash version. So right now, this is the latest tag. You were talking about doing it by commits or something. I didn't see that. Oh, no, you did say latest git tag. Yeah, so good catch. Made it easy. Fix. Build command to wait. To start and wait. Hell yeah, let's go. All right, so we may have to test some other things. Main, that works. What else would it be? It totally works. I like it. All right, so what do? We push? What we do? We tag 2.0 and we just see what happens. Everybody go have fun with it. So who was talking about it? Was Tickman? You were talking. Who was someone? Someone was saying they. Kong, I'm seeing your message. Cool, man. You're excited for V2. Awesome. Someone was talking about it. Maybe it was Kyle. Kyle, you still here? Anyway, I guess you could tell yourself. Shout out if you were messing with this before. But we're gonna ship it tonight, and I have a work day tomorrow, so I won't be able to put out fires all day. But over the weekend, I don't mind putting a little extra effort in so that Sesh can be good. But more importantly, there's a bunch of issues, and all these issues have waiting for V2, waiting for V2, waiting for V2, waiting for V2. So I'll be able to remove that, and we will be able to start playing with it when V2's out. So let's do that. So I like to go in here, and I like to do V2.0.0, and we like to push. And I like to open a pull request. Holy smokes. This is a full rewrite of Sesh. Oh my gosh. It's finally here. So here are some notable changes. One, I'm now using a dependency injection pattern. So every area of the application can be tested. Speaking of tests, I'm going to be really upset if this fails. Make test. Not really upset, but we do need to make sure that that passes. So I'm using mockery to mock all of 4 automated mocking. The connect logic got simplified and restructured. There are now strategies that are more concise and clear, making Sesh's connect behavior more predictable and more predictable. Simplifying the config. Now we can well, actually, I'm dropping breaking changes. We do need to make sure that the breaking changes are obvious. So the first thing I did, sesh config, is I dropped startup script. Is now dropped. I recommend you make your script files executable and put them in yours, and then change any startup configurations to startup command. That really was the big one. Do I have any of these that are like unnamed, like joshmedeski.com? Okay, so that one still works. Ah! So sesh-list-I shows the icons. Tickman, you might, when you open sesh, the icons, you have to make sure to pass the -I flag. So pass the -I flag. Let me know if you still see it or not. Let's see, where were we at with this? Failed. Something failed. Little look path. Shell, test shell command. All right. Which one would it have been? Shell? Yeah. Should succeed. So there's something I'm not mocking that I'm supposed to. Look path. Look path. What does look path want? I don't know what to return because the method either do mock on look path return first, or this method was an expected look path. So it's always one of those things. It's like, zero is, I thought it was like that. Oh, is it an OS thing? I need to get it right. So look path is an exec thing. Oh. Fail, interface conversion, interface conversion. Cool. So cool. It's funny, when we introduce something new, our unit tests have to mock it. So that's kind of the pain about doing all of this, is we want to fix unit tests. All right, so breaking changes, startup script's not dropped, recommend you make your script files executable. Right. That's it. Watch this PR. Ooh, 5,000 lines, which isn't crazy. It's just a lot of conceptualizing. I really appreciate many of you for being here on stream, because many of you have been around watching me do streaming sesh. Andres stands out. He comes almost to all of them. I appreciate you and some of the others. And so it's just one of those things that, like, this isn't a lot of code for open source. A lot of this is mocked code, so we need to shave that number down. But it does take a while for this to work, you know? And it looks like I do have to deal with a merge conflict. So I don't want to rebase. I think I just want to deal with it once. So hold on, give me a moment. I need to not rebase when polling. Get poll, no rebase. All right, get poll, no rebase, origin main. We're going to get a conflict. And what is it saying? We're going to be adding something back. So the old code was doing some sort of is attached thing. If I'm, oh, you guys might like this actually. Oh, it crashed. We can open this file up again, and I can do good old git diff on this. So I think I'm going to always choose ours. We'll close that. My commands, they look good. All right, and so then this one is being deleted. You don't think it's that many considering all the work I did? Yeah, well, thanks. Again, this isn't a big project. This is fairly small. It's fairly small, I would say. So connect needs to go away. We need to remove. And what is this? We've modified. We'll start here. What is this file? New file. Why don't I get it? Oh, because we're in the middle of the... Git merge continue. We build, we mock. All right. We need to bring this all up to date. We'll do some exhaustive testing. You guys will hopefully do brew install, and you'll do version 2.0, and you'll start telling me everything that goes wrong. I appreciate it. So there you go, 100 files changed, 72 commits. I always wonder if they tell you how long ago it was. Do they tell you? 4 months ago, I started this project. And now here we are. Pretty incredible, eh? So we got our mockery file, we got our mocks, we're deleting some stuff for reconfiguring. We are doing some configuration strategies. We are separating our packages more clearly. We are creating wrapper packages so that we can mock certain things. We are increasing packages. That's good. Some minor version patches. We are doing some things that are helpers. We are listing. We are CLIing. That's totally a word, right? We are doing the CLI things. I'm more than happy to let people look through the code base and give me feedback. Like, that's fine, but like, this has been a lot of me making design decisions and writing the code and doing all the work. And then I have, before V2, had some contributors, which I'm excited for and I'm grateful for. They're still here. Nope, that's not it. Right, we've got contributors. So lots of people. I see Mark, Agus, there you are. So people have been contributing. What we will do, Andres, is we'll do debug logging, that logger stuff that you showed me. Like, that's a good idea. I think that we could definitely integrate that. So you could add log levels, and the higher the log level, you could get really detailed and go, oh, we did this, and then we did this, and then we did this. And you could watch the steps happen. And more importantly, if we're trying to debug, we could have people run that flag, do their command, and then give us the output. I'm hoping to maybe create a log file where all of the stuff is always being dumped into a log file. But maybe it's an opt-in thing. I don't know. What do you guys think about log files? Do you love them? Do you hate them? I mean, I think if this works, it doesn't work. Look at that. Why doesn't it work? By report. Oh. tmux failed. tmux failed. Expected this, got that. Why would any of this be different? Pass, 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 pass. This is not mindful. This is not respectful. This is not demure. What is going on? What is happening? So it's like the memory. Look at this. Expected actual. Okay, so it's like CDT, locale. What is this? Offsets? List. So my list test. What, tmux list test? Yeah. Is like a time zone thing. 51. What? What is this? Why is CDT? This is like some sort of date conversion happening. Why would time parse be different on a different machine? furthermore, why am I making an assertion on it? Dumb tests. I bet it's just like I'm going to time parse CDT and convert it to local because CI. So they're like, hey, take this thing. I don't get why there's all this text change. So like that. The times themselves don't really matter. All that matters is that they come out consistent. What's with the KK5Z? That's weird. I've never seen that in a date. Anyone know what 4KK5Z means? Weird. Nope. Make test. Yeah, Kyle, I think a rolling log file would be good. I don't think it would be very hard either. Oh, yeah, look at this. It's going to go, what are you doing? These things are not right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is all of this? No. Wait, hold on. If I run this, is it just going to straight up fail now? Yeah. All right. Fix this so I don't have to deal with dates across different machines. If possible, I'd like to do something simple and not involving dates if possible. I kind of just don't want to mess with it. Yeah, like a string. But is it going to complain that it wants a date? It wants time.time. So I have a feeling this isn't going to be sufficient. Because if I do like what they're saying, if I do that, cannot use, yeah. The type is time.time. I need to keep it, but want to simplify the test across machines, CI and OSs. Something like that. Yeah, I can't do that. That's not allowed. Oh, fixed time. I kind of like that. So the fixed time isn't going to change. So we're just going to say fixed time. Is this going to pass? Or is it going to crap out on me? Look at all this. This is what we're seeing when we, this is what we're seeing when we, I hate dates. Dates and times, they're the worst. Fixed time, fixed time, fixed time. Does this need to change? Or is there some other value? I'm sorry, chat, I gotta make this smaller. Hopefully you can still see it. So I just need to stop. This will pass because my assertion is doing this kind of a thing. What isn't going to work is an equal assertion. My expected session my actual session gets parsed. I just need to test the pieces that I want. So like name, path ID, name and path. Expect name to be only assert the name and path are valid. We'll just keep this test simple. I'm fine with this. These are the values I care about. Why do they always do for loops? Why do they always do that? Do I have to do that? Look at that. Is it going to pass? Run. Oh, weird, it didn't replace all of it. We're going to parse it, and we're going to expect those values to have been correctly assigned. Boom. Much simpler. All right. When in doubt, chat, simplify your tests. Don't do a deep object assertion. That'll bite you, apparently, which I get it. Oh, hey, look, we don't have an exit code. All right. So we're going to fix simplify assertion on parsing tmux sessions. Yep, I like that. That's a lot better. Because look at this. We don't want to mess with this. Deep assertions are a pain. And it seems to fail in multiple places. Which I think it was like more than one OS gets ran. Which is good. I want to test Linux and Mac OS and make sure that the things that I expect happen are the same. There's not a whole lot of dependencies in the testing. And what I mean by that is like, we're not actually running tmux, we're not actually running Zoxide or anything like that. I am simply faking the behavior of those tools in the mocks and then doing my assertions on my own logic. So when I list Zoxide results, I parse them into a Sesh standard, and that standard is met, right? Oh boy, we're still getting failures. No. What is going on? Why am I making any of these assertions? List test. Now I'm confused. 51. No. Hold on. Let's try that again. tmux test. I thought I fixed this. Did I do it on main? Am I dumb? What happened? What is all this? On list sessions. Hold on. What's failing? List test 51. I just got rid of all this. Why is this here? Now I'm confused. What did I switch? Chat, what did I just change? Now I'm very confused. I don't know what I changed. Group. All of this. Path equals path. Name equals that. And then we're going to say expected sessions 4. Does this not exist? Expected path name. I probably don't need to do this. I need to just say that this equals session dot path is session dot name. Why the heck did that happen? I'm still confused. What did I just change that caused? Pass. That was so weird. What did I change? Did I discard it on accident? Fix, simplify, test. One is on I do not know. They do not call me Sam I am. Weird. Oh well, this only takes a little while to run. Agus asked a good question. New features. Are we doing new features? Yeah, we are. You can always go to the issues section. There's lots of ideas here. Adding logging. List by root would be an interesting one. So this one is like, I want to list sessions filtered by the current session root. So like I'm in a mono repo. Give me all of the sessions in this mono repo. Don't give me all of my sessions, just give me a filtered list. So that'll be something I like to play around with in the near future. Path substitution should be interesting, where I can be like, hey, anytime I have a certain session, I want to take this glob and I want to substitute for that. And so it's like an auto, you don't have to create custom configurations. It's like a replace all. Starfish does stuff like this, the shell prompt. Starting multiple sessions at once. So there could be an interesting idea of like, I want to do this group thing. I know in my day job, I do something like this, where I have a web app, I have a server app, I have core packages maybe, and I know I need to open all three. I already know. And for me, I'd rather do it in one step. And so we'll play around with that and see if I can come up with a good solution. Dependency injection. So this is number 99. So let's do that. Ooh, look, chat. We have passing CI. How exciting. So we are going to say closes 99, dependency injection. I want to add support for other systems. I want to potentially make a man file. I know, Agus, you might have been the one that was working on that some. Zellige support probably still won't come anytime soon. It's a limitation on their end. Someone else brought this one up. I thought it was a good idea. Killing a previous session after connecting to a new session. So maybe there's some sort of proxy command where it's like, I'm going to connect to this, and then I want to do something else in which I kill the previous session. So it may be one of those like tmux connect flags, possibly. So some interesting things to look out for sure. So this is it. How are we feeling? My hands are a little sweaty. Maybe that's a good sign that that this is worth moving forward with. So I think I'm going to do it live. Why not? I'm going to let you guys spend a few hours working on it. And I also wonder, homebrew, using macOS Homebrew, how do I assign a fixed version of an application so people can explicitly install only that version? I think it has to do with the way you write the cask file. And so you can tap and you can assign certain versions. Brew info sesh. So they'll tell you the current session, how to list old versions. Part of me wonders if I should like set like brew info sesh at v1 and like let's see. So versions, semantic versioning, versioning strategy, and release cadence. So fun fact for those that are curious, it should be coming out this weekend, I hope, maybe tomorrow. I had an interview with Carlos Becker. So he's the creator of Go Releaser. Me and him talked about his tmux workflow and his NeoVim configuration and how he uses Mac OS and like all the basics like dev workflow conversation that I've had in the past. I had one of those with Carlos. And so his video will be coming out very soon. I'm excited to show it to you guys. And Carlos is great. I hadn't met him before, so I had a chance to meet him and get to know him a little bit. So that was pretty cool. So look out for that. Go to the YouTube channel and hit subscribe if you want to see that conversation. when it comes out. But has anyone done this? Versioned formulas, that's what I want. GoReleaser can create versioned formulas. For instance, you might want to keep previous minor versions available for your users. They can easily downgrade or keep an older version. That is under alternative names. Okay. So in my GoReleaser, under brews, we can have alternative names under name. Cool. Oh boy. Alternative names is not allowed. Why? Oh, it's a pro feature. Maybe I should be paying Carlos. Carlos is a great guy. I want this project to keep going. Okay. So this becomes a new issue, right? What do we call this? Versioned formulas. As a user, I want to be able to as a user, I want to be able to easily downgrade to a previous version of Sesh so that I don't have to deal with breaking changes or until I'm ready. Sure, something like that. So this thing is requires paid. Fine. It is what it is. It's an enhancement to... It's just a general enhancement, I guess. The question is, should I go through that? Get Pro. Get Pro. Get Pro. How do I do this? Get GoReleaser Pro on Gumroad. Oh, I see. Do you guys know the pricing on this? I've never looked into it. Oh, you can pay monthly. Okay. So I have to decide if I want to start putting money toward my open source project, which I have not done. So at this point, if someone wants version 1, I can add a simple README that says go to the README and build the Go binary. Or perhaps they can go to the releases. Can you go to 2.1? And can you download the version for your computer? Yes, you could. Okay. So it's not the end of the world, but I think with the amount of users I have like 500 stars now, which is exciting. I'm very excited for that. Hey, we're almost there. Okay. If you have not started this project, go start this project and we can get to 500 on the day we ship version 2. That would be really cool. We will see if we can reach that. Come on, we could do it. We can do it. So Twitter. Let's do it. V2 is just around the corner and I'm at 400. Let's see if by the time I write this tweet, you guys can get this figured out for me. Oh my gosh, 97. All right, let's see if anyone can help me get to it. I've never gotten this close to a round number like this live. Go tell your friends. Go text this to your friends and tell them to start. That's funny. Okay, so we will go to my Discord server and nice. Okay. Let's go. All right, so we're going to ship this. I'm okay with shipping it. I don't think it's the end of the world. If some interesting sort of bug kind of thing pops up that I can probably just deal with and fix. At the very worst, I would, reverse this? Already starred? Yeah, no, it's okay. We'll drop that message. Can we do it? I think we just do it. I probably will. Are we there? No. No one's added a star. Although everyone that's here is probably already familiar with the project. I appreciate all of your stars if you've already done it. I need to tag. That's what I was about to say. So this is going to come later as it's a paid feature. Let's try this again. So I think I'm going to do it here. I think I'm going to merge. All right, we did it. We did it. Oh my gosh. So I'll show you guys what I like to do. I do like to sesh main. We're going to do sesh main, and we're going to pull in all this. And I think what we're going to do is we'll go to pull releases, draft new thing, rewrite, I'm going to just borrow everything I said here, basically. That's the reason I drafted this. All right, cool. So this is target main, recent commit, merge commit. It's not a pre-release. It is the latest release. I can create a discussion. Category announcements, yes. So the fun part is oh, you gotta redo this. Done. Any more stars? No, all my friends already started. It's okay. So now we shall go back to X and we shall was rewritten and has very minor, oh, hold on. And dependency injection and what? And dependency injection and simplified logic. People to start using it. All right, rewrite release. It's out there, it's in the wild. Let's see if it works. I'm shipping it and I'm saying it's here, but we need GitHub Actions to run, and we need this to publish. It takes a couple minutes, but if it works, and let's see, which Sesh, yeah. Cool, cool. I'll probably make like a version 1 workspace in my repo. New. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait for this action to complete. Tests have to pass, then we have to build and publish it, and then we check that the brew tap is updated. So right now, if I do brew info sesh, we're going to see that, and then we're going to do brew outdated. We're going to see brew nothing because it's not outdated. So it's coming. I promise it's coming. My tweet was a little bit ahead of schedule. Although this is interesting. Why is it taking so long? Setting up the job. Why is it taking forever to set up the job? Lame. When we want things to work quickly, they don't, right? Hey, we got one more. We're so close. We are so close. That's so lame. I can't believe that this thing it can't set up. I don't think there's anything I can do but like cancel and rerun. Oh my gosh, it's going to be hanging out because it can't cancel. That's hilarious. We can't even rerun it because it's stuck. No, it's stuck. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's just stuck in some sort of queue. That's funny. Okay, no one can use it yet. Sorry. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I can solve this while we wait. Give myself something to do. Are you guys? Is anyone here a good cuber? Good at this? I'm okay. I'm not like the best, but I have a good time. Okay, that's the first 2 layers. You learned? All right, here we go. I feel like I could switch views. There we go. And this is it. Boom, solved. Maybe a minute, maybe a minute 15. I'll take it. Oh my gosh, it finally did this. All right, rerun all jobs. Goodness, what was that? What are you doing to me, GitHub? He didn't have a speed cube, yeah. Learned how to make minute 30, nice. Yeah. 7th grade. Yeah, 7th graders have very nimble fingers, so that makes sense. That's a pretty good time. That's a really good time, actually. Yeah, I have a speed cube. I got it for Christmas a few years back. I can't really break the 30-second mark. That's sort of a sign of, look at that, boom. That's a good sign for people that, you're getting crazy good, is that under 30 seconds. So I'm probably like, my best is probably like 35 or 40 seconds. I don't think I have it memorized, but yeah. It's fun to do while you're waiting on things or you're thinking. I like to kind of keep my hands busy. So I don't solve top, middle, bottom. I solve the X, and then I solve the bottom 2 layers together. Like I solve 2 layers at a time at one step. So I fill in the corners both 2 at a time until it's done. And then I have a sort of modified version for the top layer, which isn't that different than what other people do. I've just sort of mixed and matched what kind of makes the most sense to me in the amount of algorithms that I can memorize. I could probably memorize more algorithms to get faster. I think that's kind of my only path forward in increasing my speed at this point. Build and publish failed. No. So what does it say? Bad credentials. Go releaser has bad credentials. This is one of those things I got to update. You are using latest as default version. Will lock to V1. No, that's not right. Okay, so from what I remember, you can't see this. From what I remember, I have to go into my settings and I have to change a GitHub action variable. I'm pretty sure that it told me that I needed to update this personal access token. It's so annoying. Why do I have to always update this? I don't think you technically want them to live forever, but so we're going to do GAT, and we're going to go into settings. You guys can't see this. Developer settings. And I'll fix my key light tomorrow. I don't know why I'm in the dark. I told you guys my internet had to change because of my provider, and now all my Wi-Fi devices have to be synced up separately. All right. Developer settings. Why is developer settings always like the most hidden? So this token is expired. Regenerate for 90 days, I guess. All right. Let's rerun failed jobs. So Go Releaser can't use an access token through GitHub Actions, apparently. Some sort of limitation because it's a third-party tool, but you have to give it a personalized access token. Oh, it's still failing. All right. Missing GitHub token. Really? Did it change? Why did it change? Sorry, you guys still can't see this. We're going to set a token. This is so annoying. What is it saying? It's saying it like changed its behavior. So I can't use GitHub underscore token, but it's expecting GitHub underscore token. Let's see. Releaser. GHPAT, that's what I wanted. Did I not assign it correctly? Actions, secrets. That is what I want. So why would my actions fail? Maybe I have to start over and I can't rerun. Using token from GitHub token, building. You guys want to see? Building. Yeah, see, GitHub token is this invisible thing you can't see. It doesn't take that long to build. I wonder if everybody's on X like, hey, it works. Oh, wait, I can't do it. That's what you guys are thinking. That's funny. So you're not alone. You're not alone. I deal with the same thing you deal with. Yeah, anytime I do anything with GitHub Actions, I'm like, oh boy, this is going to take a little while. You know? So we're doing all the things. we are now checking. I actually have in my GitHub action to run brew pull, and I hope and pray that it downloads and pulls version 2 dependency. Sesh 2.0. So what we should be able to do is we should be able to kill that, and we should say brew upgrade sesh, right? Or update. Oh, I can't spell. Ah. Get updated. I always forget. I might just call my update script. So this is my update script. It pulls my GitHub extensions get upgraded, my tmux plugins get updated, my Fisher plugins get updated, my LazyVim plugins get updated, my tree sitter packages get updated, my homebrew system also will update all of itself. And when this is finished, it will dump everything into a temp file, and boom, outdated sesh 1.2 into 2.0. So that's good news. And then if we do sesh version, we should get 2.0. And now aerospace config, boom, we're cooking. Aerospace works, cool. So it's faster. It actually is a little bit faster in my opinion. Let's see, what about Josh's? So this is one I have to be mindful of. It won't match on scripts on unnamed sessions, which is something I have to decide if I'm keeping or if I'm changing. So something I got to keep in mind. That's it. It's live. Go download it, go use it, go submit GitHub issues. Tell me what went wrong. Tell me what you needed that wasn't there. And so I'll be excited to continue development on this. And I'm going to probably start to immediately play around with some new features that I had. And then the clone command will come very shortly. I just have to finish that work and do that work. I'm not too worried about it, but thank you for coming. I'll be better lit next week for next week's stream. I'm going to call it a day here. It's been a little over 2 hours, or yeah, a little over. So I'm really glad that we got this working. 2.0 is out. Thank you. Congrats to me and to all of you for helping, and to the contributors as well, and to my community members. I'll say what I say at the end of every stream. Go to joshmedesky.com to get more blog posts and the videos that I make and all of that, all the stuff. And I have a project. I have a guide for people that want to get into the terminal. So if you're new to the terminal and you want to know how to get through it, there's a free guide on my website. You can also click the little Discord button on the top of my webpage, and I think at the very bottom as well. And that will take you to the Discord server, where many of the people that are here are in that server, and we talk about macOS and tmux and NeoVim, and I've been talking about Stable Diffusion a little bit, and we've had some interesting conversations. So definitely go check that out. Come say hi. I'm glad you guys are here, and I will see you next time. So have a good night.